So my name is Liz Wally. I'm a physical therapist and the owner of Physical Therapy at Lifetime Wellness. What we're going to do today is go over some stretches that are going to be really helpful if you're having any back tightness or any back pain. So it's important to know certain stretches you can do at home to kind of alleviate some of your back pain without having to see a professional. So my name is Liz Wally. I'm a physical therapist. I'm the owner of Physical Therapy and Lifetime Wellness, and today we're going to talk about dynamic stretching. Stretching for most people is usually pretty boring. It's the matter of sitting there and waiting for 30 seconds to go by, but it's really important. So one of the things that we do when we do dynamic stretching is that we move while we stretch, and so that makes the time go by a little bit faster. It actually gives you a little bit better stretch, and it hits a lot of your big muscle groups all in one stretch. So I'm going to have Brian come on over. The first thing we're going to do is talk about hamstring and calf stretching. This exercise is called a heel scoop. And so what Brian's going to do is he's going to start in very slow motion. He's going to put his left leg forward. His heel is going to be down. His left leg is going to be completely straight. And his right knee is going to bend a little bit. He's going to reach with his arms forward towards his leg, towards his heel, keeping his back super straight and arched. And then coming up, and he's going to step forward. Same thing with the other leg. So from here, doing his right leg, heel scooping, reach for that heel with your arms, good, arch your back, and then again, left leg. And you walk through the motion, making it a movement instead of just a static holding stretch, but you feel a really good stretch going all the way down the back of your leg and the front leg and the straight leg, and that's the leg that you feel the stretch the most, and those are your heel scoops. Down and up, good. Down and up, keep that back arched, good. Down and up, good. Two more, down and up, good, one more. And that's your heel scoop for your hamstring calf stretch. Okay, so our next stretch that we're going to do for dynamic stretching is to stretch your inner thigh. A lot of people have complaints of groin strains, hamstring strains, and this one exercise can help warm you up and make sure that you don't have one of those happen in one of your games. So again, Brian's going to come over. We're going to stretch his inner thighs using the side split kind of stretch. So from here, facing me, Brian, you're going to take a big step out to the side. You're going to do a side lunge, leaning forward just a little bit. Good. And then to the other side. Good. Keep going back and forth. Now where you feel the stretch should be in the straight leg. And it's going to be on the inner thigh and a little bit in the hamstring. You can stay in place and keep going side to side, or you can kind of move it. And so from here, Ryan, go ahead and go step out, side, side, slide back in. Other side. Step out, side, side, slide back in. Good. Step out, side, perfect. Lean forward, side, back in, slide. And again, step out, side, side, and back in. Good. So another really important dynamic hamstring stretch to do that's really great to work on the top part of your hamstring, your proximal hamstring. We call it the handstand kicks. And so it's a great exercise for sprinters, for runners, for people who are doing a lot of really explosive basketball, lacrosse movements to help you not pull your hamstring. So come on over, Ryan, and we'll do some handstand kicks. So from here, you're going to start with your arms straight up in the air. You're going to try to keep your core really straight. You're going to take one step forward and you're going to kick your leg almost like you're going to go to do a handstand up to the back. Yep, and then come back up. And then again, step forward, small kick to the back, and back up. Good, back up just a little bit. Let's do a few in a row, Brian. So let's do 4 or 5 going forward. So starting hands up. Good, step down, kick, and back up. Good, step down, kick, and back up. You want these to be pretty fast. If you go too slow, it's almost harder to do the movement than if you use some of your momentum to go down and up. And again, keep it dynamic. Up, down, good, one more. And up, down, nice, fast, one more. Up, down, good, Brian, perfect. The last thing we're going to do is to talk about stretching your hip flexors. Your hip flexors are in the front of your hips. They go all the way from the front part of your abdominals down to the very top part of your thighs. And these are muscles that get tight for anybody that sits for prolonged periods of time, anybody that drives for a long period of time, usually people that tend to be a little bit more into like a flat back position than more of an arched back position. So from here, we're going to stretch out Brian's left hip flexor. So the leg that's down is the leg that you're actually going to feel the stretch in. And Brian, let me have you go ahead and put your hand kind of on your bottom. And so from here, what you're going to feel is you want to tighten your bottom, and you're going to see how when he tightens his bottom, his stomach flexes just a little bit, and he starts to get a good stretch all the way down the front of his leg too. If you don't feel a stretch when you tighten your bottom, you can lunge out a little bit farther. So you'll take your front leg more into a forward lunge, lean into it, and then from there, again, squeeze your bottom. Good. And then the last component of the stretch to make it more movement is to bring that same arm up and over so that you're stretching out all the way from the ribs, all the way from the abdominals, all the way into the very front of this hip. And it's a balance exercise too, to kind of keep him stable, but it's a great stretch to do for anybody who is sitting constantly or driving, or anybody who has tightness in their hips from running, from sports. And that's a really good hip flexor stretch. So thank you for watching our video on back stretches. If you're having more back pain or pain that doesn't get alleviated by these stretches, please give us a call at Physical Therapy and Lifetime Wellness.